Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel where I tell you what trades I'm taking and what I'm expecting next. So, Bitcoin has actually rocketed up quite substantially from the last update we did. In the last video, we were approximately around $91,000, which was a resistance level. And in the video, I was specifically speaking about these two red boxes. So, as you guys all know from my videos, I've been explicitly saying I've been long from $86,000 in terms of my spot portfolio, okay? Now, I have taken a substantial amount of profits at this TP zone that we've hit, and I also did take some at the zone I was speaking about before. Now, you guys want to know what's going to happen next and what trades to look out for next. Now, a lot of the perpetual trades didn't get hit as there was levels I was waiting for that I wanted to see hit, but that didn't get hit. Now, that's just the name of the game, and I'm not going to be rushing into trades losing capital. I'd rather wait till my levels are hit and play it safe with my spot. So I play safe the spot, and then I wait for my really good trades for my perpetual trade. That's how I trade. So specifically going on for what we are looking at, basically we ended up flushing to the upside, taking out the value area high. So I'll show you what that looked like over here. If we extend the value area profile, we can see that the value area region was spiked into, support was found, and it pushed up into the failed auction / supply region. Now we're going to get into what that looks like because that is a very significant level that was also highlighted right here. This red dot coming in at around $95,000 to $96,000. In total, we hit around 94,700. So really just that zone here, you can even see it was just the red zone. It's a range area because sometimes you can shoot above it and extend. Now, if we zoom in on what we've been seeing, so this entire run up has been pretty consistent, 8% increase, and just sort of walking its way up. In terms of how long that's been going on for, it's been happening for around 5 days of consistent increase. Now, if we just want to highlight what we tapped into, so that we tapped into this liquidity high that was above here. Now, that's just this high here, the liquidity built up upon these regions. And then I think there might have been a bit of a volume level there too. So yeah, we do have a little bit of volume coming in these regions. So if we want to extend that, we can put that over here. You know, you've got these main little nodes there, okay? Now, whether we hit them exactly or not is to be checked. Let's have a look. Very close. It's just a node here that you can see that the volume sort of conglomerates around this patch. So the main thing that I would say is the failed auction above this high. If we zoom in on the 5-minute chart, what does the structure look like that we've seen? So what we can get off right at the bat, it's been quite impulsive ranging, impulse, range, impulse. Now, what's going to be very key is the order flow. So what's the order flow telling us? So on these impulses up here, we had, I think these are actually short squeezes. Yes. So every increase you've had here was a positive open interest, which is a short. Yeah, so longs were closing at that point in time. Or, actually, no, hold on. These are new shorts that are entering the market. So these are new shorts. And what they supply is fuel for when we end up popping up here. So you can see the exact inverse here. So let's say 6 million and 4 million, right? In this region here. And the same thing can be seen here at 4 million negative open interest. This means those shorts had to buy back. Meaning when price was, so their average price might have been here, right? So when price ended up going about 1% or so higher than what they initially bought at. So these are generally highly leveraged positions. It caused a mini flush to the upside. That's why price has been moving in a very, let's just say, jumpy way. So you go up, sideways, up, sideways, up. That's what that typically signifies is when you have a fair bit of shorts enter at these regions and price spikes up and then ends up climbing up again, short squeeze. Now, this one was also caused by, so we had a short, $8 million of shorts, 11 million, 6 million shorts. That's quite a large area right here. You then had $10 million of longs closing right at the top. So that's profit taking. $7 million of shorts. 7, 7, 6, 3, 5, 5. So I would say that there is still a little bit of short entry that is in this high right now. So it's quite, but that being said, one way to tell is the CVD divergences. So if we just look at the CVD divergences, we can see off the bat that everything's quite in line. So what you're looking for is any anomalies between the lines, right? So whether you see price enacting in a different pattern than the order flow, essentially. So that's the order flow down here. So nothing is standing out. This is actually very healthy, okay? So it's not either bullish, it's not either bearish. So in different pattern, different zones, you saw that you had, what do we have here specifically? Well, we had a lot of that occur, and then throughout this range. Another thing you can do is not every time you're going to see CVD divergences, what you're going to see is anomaly points in the chart, just like this zone here, where you have a lot of shorts enter. So we do have a significant amount of shorts that are entering the market. However, we have seen a lot close. So that's, you can see it right here in these cases, where the open interest is going down and you're seeing them buy back. So that's another one there. But I would say it's still, there's a fair bit of shorts in the market. That's why it hasn't tanked drastically. Because normally, especially for a very, very good failed auction, what you want to see is price rise really steeply and then people long into the top, not short on the top. So usually when they short the top, it means there's fuel for another push higher. So maybe the push is here and then it ends up getting higher. Doesn't mean we don't crash for a bit. But it's never usually the best fuel to have a very one-sided trade right at the top. Picture this, right? All retail comes up and they short the exact top. Yeah, it doesn't really make sense, right? So usually you have a case where they get faked out again and it keeps going up. So I don't think this is the Pico top for this push up. I think it's a profit taking zone. I think we're already seeing that right now in terms of longs taking profit. You know, I've been highlighting my very, very key levels of $97,000. If we want to put that over here, yeah, you can see this going to tie. It's going to tie in very nicely for this to play out quite well. So you've got the value area low, which is coming in here at this swing. You've got the volume weighted averages, which is probably going to trend around about here. And then we eventually work our way up to this. This is going to be a very key pivotal level for me of profit taking and also a head short. This is actually not a bad zone for a head short right now, but the order flow isn't crazy bearish to me. That being said, in terms of what we would look for price to find support, if we were to fall, I would say that you're going to be coming into, let's have a look. So you've got this level right here. So you've got the VWAP, which is probably going to range like that. You've got another level here, and you've got a few levels here. In terms of Fibonacci pulls from this region, we can see that if we chuck on this, we can see we've got a 6-1 here, 6-1-8. But nothing, does coincide with volume, but I would say the best one so far is 91, and then you've got this level here at 92,000. So that's what I'd be looking at. If you are in no trades and you are just in spot like myself, yeah, you're pretty chill, not stressful at all. It's all good. Let's put on all the levels now. Yep, daily $92,000. I'm pretty sure that coincides very nicely with what I was saying before with that little bit of volume. Yep, there's a bit of volume there too. That's nice. And then if we just zoom out even more, we've got VWAPs. Remember I said if we break out to the upside, this would be a very, very strong level of support, which it will be. So if we end up trading down a bit lower, this is going to be a very strong level of support. Fair value gaps, we absolutely blasted through that one. I think we did find resistance initially. Yep, we did. And then what was happening was people were trying to short it and then it ended up bursting up. Trend lines, we are a bit of resistance and then a flush up. So that flush up was another 3%. Now we're having the rejection down by the looks of it. All right, so I hope that gives you a very, very clear picture. Failed auction above the highs, as highlighted in the video as the region to be looking at for resistance. I'm still going to be landing in my spot trades. I do have higher targets. I do expect price to go higher, but just locally, I think we have a chance for a little bit of a downside, although the order flow isn't horrifically bearish, so I wouldn't be banking on it, okay? This is the power of being in a position already. That's a spot, so you're not worried about so much. In terms of parallel channels, this is a very valid channel. And you can also draw a semi-channel with inside this channel. So you can have a look at what this looks like. Because everything's fractalized, right? So you've got resistances here coming in. Boom, boom, boom. So this could be a level of support for a retest up. If we just want to highlight also all the volume nodes so we can get a good picture. Significance, significance, significance there. Got a little bit of levels at 90. Yeah, 92 is not bad. 92 is not bad at all for a local support, which is going to drop us down another 1%. Okay, so that would be very valid in terms of scalp trade plus price going up further. With that being said, that's my take on the market, guys. I'm holding all my positions still, but I just want to keep you guys highlighted on what's happening. We are in that swing failure pattern zone. And if I were to give you the highlight levels so we can get a good picture, all of us together, I would say we've got our major high time level that might get hit up there. We've got a nice level of resistance here. We are also in our local resistance, which is this one, which was the video we highlighted. Also, go down in the description below, guys. If you're a trader, sign up to the links. Use all the links for trading. Helps support this channel and make better content for you so you guys can trade along with me because we are going to grow during the bear market. That's what we're going to do. Or if we're in a bull market, we'll do that instead too. Now, we also know this is a very good level because it also coincides very nicely with the volume weighted average, which to highlight is very nicely put there. So that's that. I think once I'll make that a bit bigger actually. Once we break this zone, I think that 98 targets the next level of resistance. But in terms of the downside, yeah, I'm really looking at this level of support. Let me just highlight this. And then overall, just this one down here coming into the VWAPs, which is probably going to raise itself somewhere up in this region at $90,000, which I do believe also has a bit of volume. So we can see that it's a value area higher than range. Okay. Now, if we go down here, that's a little bit stronger support, but we'll take it as it comes. Now, if you're in, like I said, This is the levels. So extend these out. You can highlight this, ping on your chart. Now, if you do this every single time in my videos, guys, you get stuff like this where you can see where the levels of resistance are heading. So you know when to take profits or take trades. So you can get a good idea of what to do. Okay. So without further ado, I hope you guys found this video helpful. Sign up to the links down below. Subscribe to the channel. Also, I'm making macro videos on Isaac Macro. That's going to be starting very soon. Watch the Moon collaborations with the Moon Group. And Ainsley videos are here for the macro monthly reports on Bitcoin. Okay. Without further ado, I'm Isaac Crypto. I'm helping you beat the crypto market. And I'll catch you in the next update. For now, have a blessed day and ciao, ciao.